Hi Cancer, and welcome to your mid-March Lenormand reading. My name is Julia Aurelia, and today we're going to look into every area of life with the large spread, the Grand Tableau with the Lenormand. So we're going to look into business, finances, we are going to look into love and relationships. This is a reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus sign. Welcome also to all the cross watchers. Make sure to also check out your other placements to get a full picture. So, what are the energies for Cancer? What are the energies for Cancer? And we start with a journey, a transitioning phase. So for some of you, there could be an actual journey in the upcoming month. For others of you, there is some transitioning phase where you move away from one thing and into another thing. It could refer to courses as well, to expand your horizon. Let's see. Oh, this is so interesting. Because I just talked about courses, and this is the card where there is knowledge. So again, courses, maybe there is new knowledge, you're moving into, you're developing, you're expanding your knowledge, your horizon, you're learning new things. All right, let's see. I'm going to lay out all of the cards first. So there could be some sort of challenges in your private life or with your home or with your sense of your inner happiness as well. Let's see what this all relates to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A bit further to the left. And then we're going to dive deeper into every area of life as soon as all the cards are on the table. This journey, this transitioning phase is destined. Big potential for success in the future. Bit of conflict connected to that change. This might be a very karmic new beginning. But you might question if this is the thing that is going to bring you joy or that you love. So there's something nagging on you connected to that change. So that's your energy, no matter of your gender. You erase this image, you put your image in here. There might be some sort of complications or delays, some twists and turns just ahead of you that seem to be what is kind of like the challenge here. It might refer to business, to finance, to business or your work. And there is a decision connected to work. I can see the change that I was talking about that gives you a little bit of a conflict is connected to work. Oh, bother. There's another person. So the thing is, there's always another person in the deck, which can simply mean a person that you're dealing with in the upcoming month. It doesn't need to be a love relationship or a love interest. It can be a co-worker, it can be a boss, it can be a friend, a family member, but we always have another person in the deck. So please just erase this person. And you are going to put in the picture of the person that this refers to. There's a bit of, okay, there is a bit of confusion. I do feel like you feel a little bit uncertain or confused, which relates to a contract or a certain communication. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's just see if everything is visible for you. Yeah, most of it. Let's just change that slightly. All right. So let's dive into your reading. I would say we're going to start with your card here and with the things that are straight ahead of you. So we do see, like I said, complications and delays connected to business and work, maybe some twists and turns. There is a decision connected to your business, which also refers to a change. There might be some sort of change of heart, and maybe you're going to withdraw from something. Or it's about independence, working alone, maybe being self-employed. So there is some sort of change connected to business, to your work. May that be being self-employed, may that be independence in general. It might be that you, like I said, withdraw from something here and maybe it could be a change of heart. It could be a change connected to a business or a work that you love to do. Maybe you are withdrawing from something that you love to do. Yeah, this seems to be a very karmic decision. So I can see that as well, and we can see the karma here as well. So there might be some sort of new beginning that is karmic, that is holding some lessons. It might feel maybe even a little bit heavy, like a burden, because I do see there are, like I said, twists and turns. Something might not be straightforward, and that could lead to you being insecure connected to communication or to a certain contract. There is the energy of love or passion. So a work that you love, there might be some sort of ending or coming to an end, some sort of completion. But I can also see that there is in the future help and support. Something is going to help and support improving something in your life long term. So that's good, at least, even though it might be a bit to go there. Something might lie heavy on your heart, which might connect to co-workers or people you work with, colleagues. Even though something might be a little bit difficult at first, it seems to be also some sort of improvement in your life. Though I do see you're worrying about that as well. There is something unclear or uncertain. Maybe you feel insecure connected to an ending of maybe a long-term ending of a long-term business. At the same time, an ending could lead to new growth here. Interestingly, I see very similar things when I do the knighting. So there are different kind of things that you can do with a Lenormand. One being there is a happy cut, there is a successful cut, but it's a cut of a relationship. There might be a business relationship, there might be a contract, and there's a cut, and there's some sort of taking the next steps forward, taking basically the next steps forward into a different direction, maybe slightly different direction, different goals. So that's basically straight ahead of you. And like I said, I feel like you are, in a way, you are, how do you say, questioning if this is the right path, if something is going to make you happy, bring you joy, if something is going to be your passion, if you're going to love what you're going to do. So I see that here as well. So that's all about the business. You do have, which is quite interesting, because what I can see here connected to business as well, your business or where you work might feel like family. You might feel very at home. Also, maybe you're working from home. For some of you, that could mean the house and that placement of the work could mean you're working from home, or that you have a good basis, you have a good foundation for the work that you do. So I would say let's just look into finances, because business, finances, let's do this next. There is some sort of key moment, a solution. It seems like another person is somehow involved in your finances in some shape or form. But then again, since not everyone, I mean, this can be just any person really. It could mean your masculine energies of taking action towards finances, being active, taking action into a new beginning that is going to be a solution for financial stability, financial security, maybe you even saving money. It might make you, so a couple of things here with the Tower. It might make you, there's some sort of independence when it comes to your finances. So whatever is happening currently in your life, it might refer to financial independence and saving money. It could also refer to maybe a sense of feeling restricted, or you working alone, which is going to give you a good foundation. May this be alone in a company, or working alone in as being self-employed. There might be some sort of restructuring connected to finances, and also I see that there has been twists and turns when it comes to your finances. Something connected to finances was not clear, but it's going to clear up now. I can see that as well. And there is, again, there is karma. I feel like there is not only a karmic lesson when it comes to your business, so things that you're going to learn now connected to business, but also to finances. So, and finance, and this is connected. Okay, so this is really interesting. So business and finances in that regards connected to, there's something that you need to learn is connected, and therefore also this karmic decision to this karmic new beginning. I say karmically because there's something that you need to learn. There are some sort of lessons. So yeah, something is going to be successful. I know there are certain challenges and insecurities connected to finances, but then again, we have the sun being the best card in the whole deck, which even if there are negative cards around, they are, the sun is removing the negative effect of the cards, which in that regards would mean things are going to clear up and challenges are going to get smaller connected to finances. We do have a very good position here with the sun and the cross, which basically talks about this new beginning might be karmic in sense of you need to learn something connected to finances and business, possibly even love or your passion, but it's also going to clear the karma, the lesson. So I feel like this is going to be very successful for you and for your growth. So with you, I see there is a change that is making you nervous because it might be karmic, but it might also be something like a burden. Maybe something is, you're carrying something with you that is stressing you out connected to that change. We do see independence, a withdrawal. I mean, this can mean that you feel very strong and you are protecting yourself, and maybe you are withdrawing from a situation. Might mean that you feel it might even mean that you feel alone. So maybe you have a sense of feeling lonely or isolated, which might add to the twists and turns in the near future. Things are going to clear up connected to finances. It might refer to another person here as well that is somehow involved. What is stressing, what you're thinking about is the challenges. There are challenges in your life, possibly also your private life, or it is connected to the feeling home in a certain company or with a certain work, because we have the challenge in the house, which basically tells me there could be challenges in your private life that you are currently thinking about, and that is adding to the stress, or the challenges in your private life are stressing you, and that really has an influence on you. On the other hand, since the house, however, is in the house of the anchor, it could refer to business, that there are challenges connected to feeling at home, very familiar with some sort of business, and that or maybe even something connected to the foundation of something where you feel a little bit nervous, and like there's some sort of challenge connected to it. Okay, so I do see that something is going to clear up. You're going to see something in the bright light of day, connected to what it is that you love to do, connected to your passion. But at the same time, I see there is some sort of ending and letting go process. Look at this. You know what? I have just realized something that I've never seen before with my deck. If you have a look at the heart here, the thread here is moving directly into the chain here. Isn't that funny? So there is a connection between what you love to do and your work, or maybe something being very dear to your heart. How cool is that? Literally the first time I saw this. This is, by the way, my Seelenreise Lenormand, which translates to Soul Journey Lenormand. Since you can see there's nothing written on the cards but numbers, which is traditionally how the Lenormand works. You can of course use that as an English speaking person as well, as long as you know the Lenormand and the meanings. The guidebook in this deck of course is in German, but if you know a bit of Lenormand, then you can get this deck as well, even though it's in German. All right, so let's see. It might be that something is ending in your private life, or something is ending that you feel very much at home with, but then there's also a new beginning. New beginning connected to your private life, or something that you feel at home with, especially since this is in the house of work. What's very interesting is that in the future there is a destined relationship or partnership. So that's really interesting. In your house for relationships or partnerships, which could refer to contracts as well, I see conflict. There's some sort of conflicting energy. So there's some sort of conflict that you have connected to relationships, maybe due to some sort of change, something that is changing, something, but also a change in the past that is nagging on you. Maybe you have some sort of worries, conflicts connected to relationships or a specific relationship. But I do see a significant relationship in the future here. I do see it being destined couple of times. I do see also you're worrying. There's something nagging on you, because I feel like you are questioning it. It's like, is this right? Is this wrong? Is this love? Is this going to make me happy? Can I trust the person? Can I trust this? So I feel like connected to love and relationship, there is something destined in the future. However, there's also some sort of caution from your side, I would say. This might refer to a friendship. Some of you, the dog is friend, it's support. It's also trust and loyalty. So in general, with this card being next to it, I would say this is a relationship you can trust. It's a supportive energy, a loyal, trustworthy, friendly, supportive energy. There might be some sort of lucky opportunity that is connected to it. So, I mean, things could be easy. Things could be really easy here, but maybe this is why you feel like, oh, can I trust this? Because the clover stands for something being easy, something being light. It might come in quite sudden. So scythe being sudden, which is interesting, because in the house, this is interesting. So in the house of the scythe, I know this is now Lenormand talk, and it's basically like astrology talk. If you don't know about the houses, etc., it's just a big like gobbledygoo until the astrologer finally says what it all means. So this is a little bit the same in Lenormand talk. What I can see here is the following. In the house of the scythe is the flowers for an offer. In the house of the offer, or the flowers, is the star. Star is leading directly to the energy of the ring, meaning relationship. I feel like there is suddenly coming in an offer. It's destined, it's beautiful. Maybe it starts as a friendship, maybe it stays a friendship, maybe it's a colleague. But I feel like it feels like there is something that is very destined, and it's coming in quite quickly. Very mature, might come in through work. Feels very stable, secure, long-termish. And communication seems to be something here as well, connected to communication about work, a work contract, writing something in work, expressing something in work. And I do feel in the future there is a long-term relationship, a stable relationship. Maybe you work together, could be a business partnership. Very interesting. So connected to love. Like I already said, love could be your passion, can be your hobby, can be your business. So when I talk about the love card over here, of course, it could relate to love, love interest, and all things romance. But maybe the things that I'm going to say now, you're going to find it more relates to your business or a specific hobby. So let's see what we got here. There is something that is burdening your heart. It might be a karmic situation connected to a friend, to support. There could be some sort of connection. Could be co-workers. It might mean that there is a difficult situation, but you are going to receive support. And I feel like it has to do with a new beginning. I sense a lot of karmic clearing and healing connected to your heart. So that's obviously more on the personal level. Could reflect into other areas of life. But I see there is a healing energy of the heart, of burdens, of karmic energies. And I do in general see the upcoming month is going to be, maybe even on a physical level, very healing for you. You might feel like you have more energy again. You are more positive, more optimistic. There's a really positive communication, lucky, positive, optimistic, successful, happy communication, expressing something. Maybe connected to an ex. Maybe it's about cutting some sort of cord here to the past, especially with the energies of the eclipses now, where there's a huge cleansing process again happening, healing of relationships. So that might be something here. I do feel like there are certain blockages connected to your heart, love, your passion. And it might relate to feeling stable, feeling secure, might relate to family or your foundation. It does seem like you are a bit insecure when it comes to love or your passion. And I'm trying to read it as love and your passion. So for some of you, it's your passion, your business. For some of you, it's love. So I see blockages, I see insecurities. I see insecurities that you carry already for a long time. Again, I'm straight away being drawn to this again. Things are going to, there's a new beginning, and in this new beginning, this karma will be cleared, this burden will be cleared, lesson will be learned. There's a huge transformational healing energy. It might be that you are not really trusting. Maybe trust has been broken in the past. However, I do feel there's some sort of improvement through learning something and understanding something. There is healing, which I already said. It's going to give you more stability and you are going to feel a little bit lighter. So whatever this cleansing process is, it's going to support you feeling a little bit lighter, but it has to do with learning, with understanding. You feel more stable, you feel more secure. Communication seems to be very important for you, feeling stable and secure. And it might be that you feeling stable and secure, connected to love or your passion, might have been a long journey. But things are going to improve now. There is a change. It might relate to you setting boundaries in the past, or something changed in the past. So what I can see here is that there is some sort of conflict connected. Something has changed in the past for you. Very much connected to a conflicting energy. Maybe aggressive, blame, conflict. So, and something connected to that, whatever changed, was nagging on you. And maybe you withdrew. Maybe you wanted to protect yourself in the past. And I feel like there's something very important that you needed to learn from this, which is something that is now more and more being integrated, which is now going to lead to you being able to possibly making a cut that took a long time, healing some sort of wounding, and feeling lighter and more stable and secure again. Let's have a look at this person here. This can be any person, and I always read this person as well. So maybe this is a love interest, maybe this is somebody you work with, but for some of you this might not resonate. So for some of you, you might feel like, no, there is at the moment no one in my life who is important. If this is the case, and if you don't recognize that energy, then basically that reading now ended for you with all the messages that came through. But if there is someone in your life, what I can see, that there is a male or a female energy. There is something very emotional connected to it. There is communicating your emotions, maybe an up and down with communication. I see there is a sadness connected to it, especially emotions, and then the coffin is, there is sadness. Maybe there is something connected to another person where you are expressing sadness, expressing or communicating about sadness and heavy emotions here that might be in some shape or form helpful. This person might be somebody in authority, might be an advisor, could therefore be a parent. In general, this is a dominant energy, maybe a protective energy. This person might be somebody, like I said, in authority or very protective. Or at least it could be a very dominant person who has a really significant amount of influence onto you and your life. With the fish, it might be at the same time somebody who's very feely, very emotional as well. Fish can be, like I said, abundance and finances, but also a very feeling and intuitive energy. So somebody here might be very intuitive, very feely, very sensitive to energies as well. But it could also mean that somebody's very abundant. There is a new beginning, a key. There is some sort of key, some solution, some sort of key connected to this person. For some of you, it might be to the childhood, releasing something connected to feeling small here, especially with a very dominant person or somebody who seems to be very big in some shape or form, not necessarily like physically, but especially with the fish, I get a sense maybe there is somebody in your life where you feel a little bit intimidated or feeling small, or it has to do with your childhood. But there is the key, there is the solution. So the key could lie in your childhood, or in this feeling of feeling small. Feeling maybe like you do not have enough experience here. In that sense, maybe also this is another part of you. So masculine energy, female energy, could be both energies that you represent. If you feel like this is not another person, this has something to do with you yourself stepping into some sort of leading position in authority, something connected to the public, your environment here, feeling small, but there is like a key and some sort of solution to that situation. Maybe some sort of sadness. I said this already. Somebody might be very independent here. So there is the public, there is the environment, there is maybe a group of people, there's the outside. So this person could withdraw from a certain environment, from the outside. Maybe this person is very isolated, very protective. Like I said, usually I don't say that, but for some of you, actually, I get a feeling that this might just be another aspect of you, especially since you're so close together. So let me know in the comments below if you feel like this is a person you're actually dealing with, or if you feel like, no, this is actually my own energy, which is, again, something I usually don't get. So I'm always very, how do I say? I'm always very curious when things are coming through that I usually wouldn't say. So maybe this is you thinking about becoming independent, thinking about feeling alone. This is also something, not only feeling small, feeling alone, feeling isolated, which might be something connected to the childhood, and then expressing some sort of sadness, some sort of, or maybe something is ending. Something, there might be an emotional ending. Something definitely is changing emotionally here. Very interesting. So yeah, please let me know if this is kind of like referring to a person that you know, or if this is referring to yourself. I would be super interested to hear. All right, so this is your reading. I do hope you resonate with this reading. If so, please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I'm looking forward to see you guys next time.